Hi everybody, this is Pat in the paper closet. Today we're going to be putting the corded elastics in our no-sew junk journal. Now this is what I mean by corded elastic. This is 2mm. I was going to go with black, but I decided to do it white. I think that would just go better. So in order to use this, we're going to measure out a piece. This is the paper I've decided I'm going to use on the inside to line the cover. This is from my collection from Scrapbooking with Me, a paper collection. It's called Cabin in the Winter Woods, I believe. That's from Scrapbooking with Me. Okay, so we're first going to measure out the elastic. We're going to have 2 elastics in here, so we're going to do a double measure. We're going to leave a little bit extra. Not going to stretch it. We want enough to tie a knot in it. Okay, so this is 1, 2, and I'll cut it a little bit longer. I want to be able to tie it well. I'm going to get my large scissor. Cut that off. Get that out of my way. And this. So that's our elastic. And the first thing we have to do, I've measured. See, this is the center of the book, of the spine. So I tried to measure down 1/4 of an inch from the top. And I want 2 holes. So they're sort of centered in the same spot. And I'll do the same on the bottom. But to make the holes, you'll need something. I'm going to use this. This is a crocodile. And I was going to use an 1/8 inch hole, but I'm going to use the 3/16. You can see it right on here. If you have a crocodile, right on the black area below this round thing, it tells you the size. So this side is 3/16. If you turn it over, this one is 1/8. And I think an 1/8 of an inch is going to be a little too small to get our elastic through. So we'll try this side. And what you do, you put your paper in here, or whatever you're punching the hole in, and then you punch. So I'm going to put this in here. I do have to move this little button back. Put this in. Whoops, where my paper is. I normally use, I don't know where the hole comes out. Let's see. Right at the front. Okay, so I'm going to put it right over here. And I'm going to punch right here. I normally use the larger, the big bite. But I don't think too many people have one of those. So we'll try this. That's good. That hole is a little bit large, but it'll work. And punch one on this side. Just trying to get it even, which is a little hard to see. That didn't punch. I think my paper's in there. In the wrong spot, people. Okay, try again. There we go. Okay, they're not perfectly even, but they're fine. I'm going to do 2 on this side. They do look a little large, those holes. I keep putting it in the wrong spot. The bottom end is for eyelets. I don't use this often. 1 and another one. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to thread it through here, so you end up with 2 elastics and 1 knot. Okay, this is the bottom. I believe this is the front. Yeah. this is gonna get covered. I'm gonna make a cover. You bring the elastic through the hole from the outside, from the outer edge of the cover. You pull it up to the middle. And you're gonna get the other end. Sorry, I think I'm off camera. Can you see where I came up here? Now you're gonna take the other end and come through the next hole. And pull that all the way through. Okay, now you're gonna take this long one, go to the top, through the left hole, down, pull it all the way, come up to the hole next to it on the right. Can't quite see it, I'm trying to stay in camera. There we go. Got it. Pull it through. So now this end and this end are going to get tied, and we'll have two elastics in the book. And we'll have some room in the middle, which is what we want. You don't want them too close together. Okay, I'm going to pull this. I'm going to tie a knot in the middle. Okay. I'm going to pull it a little so that it's rather snug. But you don't want the book to curl up. Okay. I'm making a knot. A lot easier off camera than on camera. Pull it tight. And there you have your two elastics. And that's what's going to hold your two signatures in your book. You would pull this tight. I don't want it to come apart. I'm going to trim this off. Don't trim too close to your knot. You don't want it opening up. So those are your elastics that are going to hold your signatures in. I do have my signatures, let's see. I also want to show you, this is going to be, they call it a jump band. I have already put one on this one. So that when you take your signature out, after you fill it up, and you want to replace it, you'll already have something holding it together. So then you'll just make a cover and slide it under here, and it's already bound for you. So this one, we're going to make another one on here, but I want to show you how the signatures go in. This one would go under the front elastic. That'll hold it nice and tight. And this one, let me find the middle, will go under the second elastic. So you fit them both in the book. Slide it under to the center, and they're held in there securely. So they are removable. When you fill it up, as you use this for your cozy winter days, you'll be able to take out the signature. You take this out. Whoops, I just broke my elastic on the outer part. I have to tie a new one. You make a new signature, slide it back under, and you're set to go. Now on the outside we see these little stitchings, but we're going to be covering the binding with maybe lace or a different pattern paper. And the front will be covered with paper. So that'll be decorated. You won't even see these. And that's all there is to it. You take them out. Take them out again. Now I also want to cover the inside of this. Let me get this out of my way. This is a paper I chose. I'm going to cut this in half. One will go on one side and one will go on the other side. So I'm gonna get my paper trimmer. Sorry about that. And put this in. This is 11 inches wide, so I'm gonna cut this at 5.5. Half will be on one side and half will be on the other. Okay, that's all we need for that right now. Bring this over. That's it. This one I'm gonna go on. No, I'll put this on this side. I like this better with the house. And this one will be on this side, so we'll be covering up the inside. We don't want to cover our elastic. See, that hole I shouldn't have made over so far. It should be over a little bit, but we can fix it. We can trim this down a little bit. Not quite a quarter of an inch. Okay. So now we're gonna glue these two in. We'll do the front first. Let me check that it's gonna fit. Okay, it's not gonna cover up my elastic. I really did cut those holes crooked, didn't I? They'll be fine. Okay, I'm going to put some glue on here, on the back. This was a double-sided paper. Not too much. You don't want it oozing out or buckling up the paper. It's going around the edge. On this side. Around the edge. Along the top. And then we'll just put some on the inside. Just hold it down well. Okay. Now, pick it up. Pull up a little stringy piece. Bring our cover in. And I'm going to line this up with the left side. Top and bottom. And I'm going to cover up my elastic. Yours shouldn't be in that far. The hole, make sure you punch it over more. So that'll work fine. And a little more glue in on the bottom here. Make sure the edges hold down tightly. Get your edges down well. Okay, now we're going to do the back one. Check that it fits. Yes. Okay. Put some glue on there. On the edges. Now, I've done this binding before on I made a lot of planners. But I've never made this type binding in a junk journal. But I think it's going to work out fine. And I like being able to swap out the signatures, put in a new one. So you have a winter book that you can constantly use. Okay, let's line this up here. for a little bit. There. Get a napkin. Wipe up my excess glue. Maybe put more of this corn here. Now, one thing I would say, learn from my mistakes, of course. I wouldn't use cardstock as my outer covering, this blue paper. I would use copy paper, or 32-pound paper, because it was a little difficult gluing down the cardstock. There we go. We have our inside covers done. And we'll wait till this glue dries to do anything further. Like I was saying, I put a strip of cardstock in the center here. And I had a little trouble gluing it down, because every time I would fold the book, it would pull up. So I believe when I did the recipe book, I believe I used copy paper to cover the mailer, the padded mailer, which worked out a lot better. It was easier to work with and it glued down better. So don't use cardstock unless you've already gotten that far. You can use it, it'll work. Just take your time and don't rush it. Let the glue dry before you do anything. Like this. Because this is the area that was pulling up. I think if I fold this too soon, you see how it folds? You want to wait till your glue dries to do that. Okay, so then that's about it for this video, I think. In the next video, I'm not going to do the cover. I'm not going to finish up the cover, decorating it, until we put in the signatures, decorated the signatures. We'll put a pocket over here, and a pocket on the back, and then do a vellum pocket so we can see through it. And then we'll do pockets, tags, and side tucks, and journal cards. We'll have it all ready. So that will be our Cozy Winter Days junk journal. And I'll open this up so I can let this dry. And I'll see you in the next video. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button. And please leave me a comment below that you did like it, or a suggestion for a new video. And also hit the subscribe button and hit the bell and hit the, in the list that opens up when you hit the bell, just click on all. And that way you'll be notified when the next video is up. Okay, so thank you for coming, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.